let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Yo. Welcome to the Hallway Podcast, where we have real people with real struggles, and this will be a place where real conversation take place. I'm the host, Cliff, and today our episode is going to be a little bit different. You're not going to be hearing from a guest. You're going to be hearing from many guests because here at Jacksonville High School, we're celebrating Black History Month. And so you're going to hear from students, teachers, and administrators of what it means to be a Black man, woman, or student in these hallways. So I'm going to start it off. What it means to be a Black man in these hallways is someone who knows the history that, yes, we were slaves, but, you know, that's the part of history that people want us to stick to. But the biggest thing is that we was a slave to sin. And because I put my trust in Jesus Christ, we are free. And so what it means to be a Black man in these hallways is someone that shows the fruits of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, and self-control. And so for my first guest is Narraden. So Narraden, you know our tradition. Yeah. We have every guest say yo. You want to give us your best yo?
Yo.
All right. So I'm going to ask you the question. What does it mean to be a Black student in these hallways?
Well, I think it just means, to me personally, I feel like I've been on like a journey, like trying to like calm myself down, because I used to get mad and act impulsively a lot. But I feel like as a Black man, like, you got to learn how to just like be like reserved and be able to like hold your composure in like moments like of weakness. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to really just stay calm, like mental, and just like stay calm headed and just chill, you know. Feel like you just got to carry yourself as just like be responsible.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've had a lot of responsibilities put on me, like this year. And I feel like it's just been pushing me to like carry myself like more responsibly, not react to as many things as I used to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good, my boy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Narraden.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So here we have Officer Nicholas Pope. He is the officer here on campus here at Jacksonville High School. So, Officer Pope, my question to you is, what does it mean to you to be an officer here, a Black officer here at Jacksonville High School?
Man, to me, being a Black officer, it means, holding yourself to a higher standard. That's something that we teach to all of the kids. Do what you need to do, even if you think somebody's not always watching.
Right.
And that is one of the main things that I preach, and I try to hold myself to that standard as well.
Right.
That's outside of here. That's if kids see me in regular clothes and without the vest and everything. I want them to know that it's all about your presence and it's all about how you carry yourself.
Right.
So that's one of the biggest things it is to me.
Right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Officer Pope.
Yeah, that ain't no problem.
All
man.
right. So I have Dalen with me. So Dalen, I'm going to ask you a simple question. What does it mean to be a Black student in these hallways?
For me, Mr. Cliff, it's always been to be myself unapologetically, to not let outside forces, outside opinions and things like that dictate how I operate and how I carry myself, and always carry myself how I know I should.
Right.
My parents raised me right. They raised me to be an upstanding person and the best person I can be at all times. And I just live that way. I live my life ensuring that I am me and that I'm upholding my values and who I want to be.
I like that. All right, Dalen, just give me your best yo.
Okay. Yo.
All right, thank you. All right, Cephas, so I'm just going to ask you one question. What does it mean to be a Black student in these hallways?
For me, I mean, it's definitely a challenge because I know a lot more people. I'm very outgoing, very personal to people, so it's harder for me to, try to understand people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, and it's hard for them to understand me because they see a big Black kid and then they don't know like the heart or the intent of stuff, and so it's like you have to try to show them a different thing from the stereotypes that they see around. So me personally, that's why I like dressing nice. I like doing kind acts like in band and in Mr. Trailer's class. I like going out, helping the community, because I don't want them just to see me as this one thing. I want them to see the broader picture of who I am and the more in-depth person of who I am. So I usually try to, and I even like it, you kind of uniting our people, because I feel like, especially in school, we are more disconnected from the history of black people and the connection that we have with our community in Jacksonville.
Right.
And I feel like we need to get more in touch with that instead of kind of pulling away from it. So.
Right. I like that. And before we end, can you just give me your best yo, yo, yo?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right. Thank you. All right, Taylor. I just got a simple question for you. What does it mean to be a black student here in these hallways?
To me, being a black student, it means having pride in who I am. It means like not being ashamed of the way I am, not being ashamed of my skin color, like despite like what other people think, like, because that at the end of the day, that doesn't matter.
Right.
What other people like think about my skin tone does not matter because of God.
Right.
And it means being proud of the way God created me. It means loving myself as a black child of God.
Right.
And I'm just gonna and for the rest of my life, I'm just gonna let God keep me going. Just
Right.
everything I do it for God, and have pride in that,
Right.
and have pride in who I am and the way that God created me.
Right. I like that. And so, Taylor, give me your best yo, yo, yo.
All right, yo, yo, yo.
All right, Taylor. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right. So I have Miss Miller. She's our OCI teacher here at Jacksonville High School. So, Miss Miller, I have a simple question. What does it mean to be a black woman in these hallways?
To be confident, to me, means being confident in the skin that I was born in. Never feel like that I'm not capable of the same opportunities as someone else. I command a seat at the table. Not to ever second guess myself, nor let other people wish my melanin away. I am a strong black woman because of the women who raised me. Values that I continue to pass along to future young people. Love yourself first. I've had people judge me for how I wear my hair, my clothing style, even my speaking cadence, as if those choices define my worth. Through these experiences, I've learned much about myself and the world around me. Always love myself before anybody else dares to change me.
Yeah. And thank you, Miss Miller. And give me your best yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right. Thank you, Miss Miller. All right. I'm here with Mr. Robertson. So, Mr. Robertson, what does it mean to be a black man in these hallways?
You know, Cliff, it's one of those situations where it's a tremendous privilege and honor. But there are days when it is such a burden. But that's a part of being someone who's willing to do the job. It's never easy. Sometimes it's rewarding, but it's never easy.
Right. Why is it not easy?
Well, it's not easy because you've walked the walk. You've walked these halls. You've been sitting in these classrooms, and so you kind of almost see where some of the minds and the attributes of some of the students, where they're headed. And it's a burden knowing that you see someone that's in trouble, they're drowning, and you can't help.
Why can't you help?
How can I help?
No, why can't you help?
Why can't you help? Because we're only individuals. We're not spirits. We're not gods, and hopefully we're not demons. So we can only do as much as God has allowed us to do with the attributes that He's blessed us with.
Right.
And so sometimes we have to realize that there are forces out there that are far, far greater than we are.
Right.
And sometimes those forces basically are a win. We're not going to win in the battle. In fact, we lose most of the battles that we interact with. But and that can be frustrating and disappointing. But that's where God steps in for us. Basically, He gives us an opportunity to look at Him and stay focused on Him, and make us realize that you're not here to win them all.
Right.
You're here to just do what I require of you. And what I require of you sometimes is not going to be easy.
Right. Well, thank you, Mr. Robinson. Can you give us your best yo, yo, yo?
Yo, 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 yo.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. So, my boy Hendrix, what does it mean to be a black man in these, or a black student in these hallways?
Well, I'll say this. Since Nichols probably, there were times that things were not ideal between me and students in my class and like teachers. I could see that like some of my friends would get picked on by the teachers, and it would be I don't know. I didn't like the way it made me feel.
Right.
Because I could see just how like certain people had prejudice against people that they knew nothing about for real.
Right.
But here at the high school, it hasn't been that bad. There hasn't been a lot of that, I'd say.
Right.
You know, there's the occasional whatever that gets thrown around. But, I mean, I think for the most part, especially like teacher and student relationship-wise, it's been pretty fair going at the high school.
So my only last question for you is, how does it feel to be mixed?
How does it feel to be mixed? It's definitely, I don't know. It's definitely, I don't know, because sometimes there will be like a group of kids that will call me too black, but then there's another group of kids that calls me too white, and I don't really want to fall into either of those. I just kind of want to be Hendrix.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think that race really matters as much as some people tend to make it seem.
Right.
And I don't think that it should be what you go on when first meeting me.
Right.
And like thinking about stuff like that, you know?
I like that, bro. And can you give me your best yo, yo, yo?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, brother. Thank you.
I got you, bro.
That was good. All right, my boy Davion. What does it mean to be a black student in these hallways?
It probably, I would say it feels good, but like it's some days that you can say like you just get like, well, I get picked on, or anybody get picked on for their color or whatever. But like I'll say probably for the like in the high school, in this high school, I'll say nah, like it really like I don't say you get picked on for it.
Right.
But like during middle school year, like it was always blacks, whites, this. But like I feel like now, and ever since we got to high school, ever since my freshman year, I feel like it got better, and people have started like judging people like just off the base, like looking at them and stuff.
Right.
Cause you can't judge a book by its cover. But like now, I wouldn't say it's no race wars. Nobody debates about it. It's all equal. You'll see a black person hang around a Mexican person.
Right.
Like I'm cool with a lot of Mexican people and white people. So yeah.
So my last question to you is, how does it feel to have black men and black women teachers here at the high school?
It feels good because they're putting on for themselves, and then they're also putting on for the school too. Like,
What do you mean by putting on?
They're putting on like, so basically like they're coming to school, and basically they're black. Like they could be like the first black individual to be teaching that class or anything. So they're basically putting on for themselves and like putting on for what they represent and the school, because when you come here you basically represent the school too.
Right. I like that. So Maxie, give us your best yo yo yo.
Yo yo yo.
All right, appreciate you, Maxie. Hey, Miss Jones. So my question is, what it means to be a black woman here in these hallways?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, when you asked me to do this a couple of weeks ago, and you told me this would be the question, I would think about it, and I would be struggling and couldn't figure out why, and I had to be honest with myself. When I walk the hallways, that question has never entered my mind. That's not what's on my mind when I'm in these hallways. I see myself as a teacher here to serve all students. And so I know this is Black History Month. In that light, I will say I am proud to be an African American, a black woman. I'm proud to be an African American teacher. Because we are few in numbers on any campus you visit. We are few in numbers, so I hope to be an example to the little black girls and little black boys, as Martin Luther King said, that when they see me, they see someone who looks like them, who is a professional, who dresses professionally. I think that's important for them to see, who carries themselves professionally and cares about everything. I do feel that teaching is a calling.
Right.
It's my second calling. And I'm adding this because I think it fits into this. My first calling is to minister the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Right.
And when God called me, it's one thing he told me, and that was to feed my sheep. And just honing in on my sheep. My sheep is everybody, and it includes everyone.
Right.
And so that means whoever walks into our church, whatever color, feed them my word. So I look at the students as his sheep.
Right.
And when they walk into my classroom, I feed them all the same way, serving them in however they need to be served. Learn differently. So I try to nourish them as a shepherd.
Right.
As I'm looking at this feed my sheep, take care of them when they're sick. And so to me, I don't really think about I'm a black woman when I walk
Right.
through the hallways. And so I just feel that that's what it means to me. That's what it means to me
Right.
to be a black woman in these hallways.
And that's so beautiful because, like you said, man, we are called to everybody.
Right.
And, man, just being around you and seeing you, sometimes teach, you do everything that you said. It's not just a show. It's you mean it and you live it. And so I thank you. So can you give me your best yo, yo, yo?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right. Thank you, Miss Jones. So, Samadrick, I only got one question for you. What does it mean to be a black man in these hallways?
Man, Cliff, I don't know what it is to be a black man here.
Right.
I'm just now learning. Yeah.
All right. And let me just tell you this, man, when I was your age, man, I didn't know what it means to be a black man, but I'm thankful that God has put men and, black men in my life to help me, be able to stand as a black man. And so, man, don't feel ashamed because you don't know. I think, a lot of students in these hallways that are African American, that are black, they don't know what it means. So don't feel like you don't know, like you don't feel horrible. All right.
Yes, sir.
So can you give me yo, yo, yo?
Yo, yo, yo.
All right. Thank you, my boy.
Yo.
So, all right, Coach Allison, I only got one question for you. What does it mean to be a black man in these hallways?
I would say it's different for a certain amount for some kids.
Right.
Having so many, I'm not the only black coach. It's different. When I grew up, the majority of the coaches were not of the same race as I am. I think that it gives them a different outlook. Our kids a different outlook on some things. They feel more comfortable being able to come to us and talk to us. What does it mean to me? I mean, it means a lot. Just because I didn't have that growing up. Maybe we had like one or two, but if you look in the hallways, man, there's always somebody that's the same color of us. Other than that, man, it's just being a coach, being a man, and being able to speak from experience on some things that I've been through and that, that I feel like I could help. Just try to be the best role model I can be. Show them the way, because at the end of the day, coaching is more than just winning games. It's more about teaching these kids how to become a man, what it means to be a man.
That's a word.
Especially with with society nowadays. I believe these kids are the future, and they're going to actually become. One day they're going to become husbands. They're going to become fathers, and we are that light that should be showing them the way. And I mean, it goes on more than just. It means a lot, to be honest. To be able, yeah.
So one last question: what? And this is just speaking on the behalf of Coach Stevenson. For us to hire our first ever black AD, and you being a part of that coaching staff, how does that make you feel that you are a part of history in a way?
I would say, man, just like it's the first for
Jacksonville is the first for me as well. This is my first African American head coach as well. So it's still the same standard as it always is. But you know, it's coach. Whether if it doesn't matter, he cares about us as people. He cares about these kids. He's always going to do what's best for the kids, no matter what it is. Everything that we do as a coaching staff, it's for these kids. Not just the black kids. It's for every single. It's for all the kids.
That's a word. And I'm just happy that you get to be a part of history and be here at Jacksonville High School. And so, can you give us your best yo?
Best yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach
Yes,
Allison.
Appreciate you for having me on.
Yes, sir. So, Aaliyah, what does it mean to be a black student here at Jacksonville High School?
To me, being a black student is an honor every day.
Why is it an honor every day?
Because you get to achieve new goals every day.
Oh.
Every day it's a new goal.
Okay. And can you give me your best yo?
Yo.
All right. Thank you, sis. All right, Coach K. What does it mean to be a black man here in these hallways?
Well, for me, it's kind of a hard one. Just from all of our ancestors and the people that have come before us in education that are black, it means a lot. I feel like I'm continuing a legacy, especially within my family, for the teachers that are in my family. So there's a lot of weight on our shoulders to be able to stand up to our partners, and just to be able to live up to what everybody has set prior before us.
And what do you feel like we are living up to?
I feel like most of my friends and other colleagues that are African American are doing a great job at their position.
Right. Okay. And can you give us your best yo?
Okay. Yo.
All right. Thank you, Coach K.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm here with Miss Reagan. She's our DC secretary. So Miss Reagan, I have one question for you.
Okay.
What does it mean to be a black woman here in these hallways?
I feel grateful, very grateful to what my forefathers and foremothers have done and paved the way so that I can come in the front door and, accomplish things and be here for the kids. I'm just grateful. And I'm thankful for their sacrifice.
Yeah. And then my second question is, you working in DC, which is like our behavior part. How is it like seeing majority of like African American kids there in DC?
Well, actually, it's a mixture.
Okay.
Mixture, but they come in, but I try to encourage all the kids.
Right.
Not just the black, Afro American kids. I try to the girls. I want them to keep their hair up. The boys, I want them to keep their dreads neat, their clothes clean. They don't have to be in a fashion show, but I do want them to be presentable at all times. And I stay on my girls about this.
Right.
But coming in, I just try to encourage our African American kids because we get such a bad take on the stereotype.
Right.
And we want to be better than that. And I tell them all the time, you don't answer to anything anybody calls you. You answer to your name. And that's what you do. So I try to instill that in them, that you are somebody, and get them to understand, as I do Black History every year, I'm continually learning myself. And there was so many sacrifices made that we can do what we do today.
Right.
So I just want them to understand how far we've came, all the pain and anguish that our civil rights leaders went through. So I just want them to understand that.
And my last question is this: how does it feel being like an OG, like here at the school?
It feels really good on the inside because I'm a counselor, I'm a shoulder to cry on, I wear a lot of hats. And with me not having biological kids, God has blessed me with all these kids,
Right.
and I try to be there for all of them.
Right.
And a lot of them, it's behaviors.
Right.
A lot of the kids are not bad kids. It's just the behavior.
Right.
So I try to peel back the layers, and I got a good rapport with the majority of the kids. All races.
Right.
Because I don't care. Family is family. Love is love. So I feel grateful that they
Right.
think enough of me to come to me with their problems. And I've had some serious problems to come to me. Parents, they feel comfortable telling their parents to call Miss Reagan, but I still have to keep that line because
Right.
I'm not an AP. But I do the best I can, and I enjoy them coming in, talking to me. And out of all I go through, out of all the disciplines all year long, May is my favorite time of the year when the kids come back and they take pictures with me with their cap and gown on
Right.
at practice.
Right.
So to see that makes all the hard days, frustrating days worth it all.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
And final thing, Miss Reagan, can you give me your best yo yo yo?
My best what?
Yo yo yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
Mhm.
Yo, yo, yo.
And how we will end this episode off is with my final thoughts. And my final thoughts is this, man. As you heard many students, many teachers, many administrators here at Jacksonville High School, man, being black or being whatever, white, Hispanic, man, we all have different views. When you watch this, you're going to see that, man, nobody really said the same thing. And I'm just thankful for Mr. Trailer and Miss Already for allowing us to do this. And I just want everybody to just know that you're loved by Jesus and know that just love yourself. Man, the first thing, God says in the Bible is love him with all your heart, soul, and mind, and then love your neighbor as you love yourself. So thank you for watching the Hallway Podcast. Keep coming back because there's many more episodes to come. Thank you.
Who tells your story?